Then there is a question, why need more methods and approaches? The question is genuine. We must take into account that certain changes in the modern knowledge society significantly affected the higher education programs all over the world. This significant effect is the reason for thinking of modern methods and modern strategies. Modern knowledge society needs more deviated and different and strengthy approaches. India too experiencing the same in all its facets like course design, curriculum, planning, administration and methods of teaching. So, we should grab new methods. Some factors that affected the methods of teaching in higher education. Let us go through what are the major methods that affect the methods of teaching in higher education sector. Rapid changes of information and communication technologies. These changes on information and communication technologies significantly affecting the selection of methods of teaching. Another thing is that effective linkage between higher education, industry and society. So, we are planning a method not for the education sector alone, it is a planning of method for the industry, to the society, to the government and other facets of the living contexts. So, methods should be identified and appropriately used. Another thing is that the social move towards knowledge intensiveness. Knowledge intensiveness is a behavior or a character of the present society. Another thing is that national and international challenges and opportunities for education. Changes in the design and delivery of education contents. Education content are changing day by day. New disciplines are emerging, new systems are emerging. So, we should go on with it. Another thing is that attitudinal changes of teachers and learners and innovative results from pedagogical researchers. And another major point is philosophical, that is democratization of knowledge. So, there are different reasons for thinking of new methods. Kindly remember that what I discussed here or listed here is not complete. There may be another reasons also. But on this slide, we understand one thing, that new methods should be incorporated to the higher education classrooms. The new digital world with ICT integration opened many doors for progress and exchange of innovative methods in teaching learning sector. Open Educational Resources OERs created a new term, Creative Commons, and anyone who interested can be a teacher for a student everywhere in the world. Prepare the content and post it online with a proper license tag, and the content can be explored by the learner from any part of the world. You can prepare a content, you can declare the license pattern and you can post it online. Learners can explore, watch your content from any part of the world. It can be a text, it can be a audio, it can be a video. What it means? There is a metamorphose in instruction, that not the qualification of the creative common. Creative common is the person who makes online material for teaching. So, not his qualification or her qualification considered by the learner, but the content quality and method of communication is considered by the learner. That is really a fantastic first, because if a person who may not be a professor or may not be a teacher is preparing a good content and posting in the online, the learner will absorb it, will make use it, because he is focusing on the quality of the content and method of communication, not the person who made this particular content material. So, teacher role is changing in this way. This is a metamorphose on instruction and material. We have another opportunity, that is MOOC. Everybody are very familiar with it, massive open online course, and this become a synonym to the higher education classroom. And we Indians can also pride enough that the SWAYAM is one of the biggest platform for higher education courses in the world. As you know, SWAYAM designs and delivers courses for higher education sectors under Government of India. I just mentioned it, that is all. However, coping with new methods and strategies in higher education is not an easy task. We must remember it. When we talk about different methods and approaches, our teaching faculty may have three types of different opinions. What are the three types of different opinions? One group have favorable attitude with traditional methods. They may think that why should we change from this method to another thing? The present method itself is enough and satisfying. So, they may focus on the traditional method, that is one group. Another group favors modern teaching methods and they want to replace all the traditional methods. They think that the traditional methods are gone and we need only modern teaching methods. And there is one more group, third group, who supports combination of traditional methods and new methods. It is the summum bonum of all methods, highest good of all methods we can take to incorporate traditional methods with new methods. They think that combination of the methods is suitable for effective teaching. This difference of opinions is a fact in our educational trend. We want to prepare for the best by recognizing these contexts. There is one more thing I have to mention, a factual observation regarding methods of teaching in Indian higher education scenario. Let us discuss it. What is happening in our higher ed sector? Our higher education teachers tended to neglect certain aspects. What are they? Psychological relationship in teaching learning process, a reciprocal relationship between teacher and learner. And we fail for proper utilization of appropriate method suitable to content and learners. Another thing is that we fail for proper utilization of technology for better learning of students. We can't use technology for technology's sake. Technology is for learning and learner's sake. And we also neglect proper utilization of learner centered approaches. Still, we believe that teacher is the designer of the teaching learning process. That trend is gone from the world because it is against the worldly tendencies and it opposed to the psychological frameworks of teaching learning process. What we need are methods that are suitable to learner, suitable to subject, topic, situation and learner capacities. Change should be the premier word in utilizing methods of teaching in modern classrooms. Changes should be occurred in utilizing the method, selecting the method and practicing it. Now, we can go through certain methods of teaching that utilized by higher education teachers in India. This will give us information on what are the tendencies in methods of teaching in our higher education sector. Till now, we discussed the facts and tendencies, merits and demerits of higher education trends in method and practice. Now, we are just going to what are the major methods that is utilizing in our higher education centers. We are going to go through very briefly on technology and online teaching, intervention of social media like WhatsApp, blogs and so on, and blended teaching and learning, concept maps, research oriented teaching approaches, reflective teaching, guided discovery strategies, socialized recitation methods, metacognitive learning strategies, peer tutoring, theatre pedagogy, creative dramatics, participatory teaching methods, technology assisted or incorporated teaching, web learning and mobile learning, utilization of OERs or open educational resources, distance education. These all are the things I mentioned at the start of this session. Now, we are going through each of it to understand what is its status in our higher education sector.